Come stop and take a trip down on my block, where you see hidden potential, young minds sharper than Ginsu, and ain't afraid to speak their mind if they got something against you. We standing with you, we tackle issues like civic pride. Hate will cease to exist, let's put our differences aside. From my side to your side, from Dutchtown to South Side, from Penrose to North Side, from Benton Park to Old North, the West End to West Side. We blessed when we step out, we stand down, rise up, stand together, wise up.
This is StitchCast Studio, produced by St. Louis Story Stitchers in St. Louis, Missouri.
Members of our StitchCast sit down and have a conversation about their favorite horror movies in this week's episode of StitchCast Studio.
They say who that, but you already knew that. That be them story stitches, story stitches, story stitches, story stitches, story stitches.
Hello, everybody under the sound of my voice. I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of StitchCast Studio. I'm your host, Brandon Lewis, and I am accompanied by several new members of our StitchCast.
Hey.
What's the word? Yeah, what's the word?
Hey, how's it going? Howdy.
Why is your...
Howdy.
I can't stand y'all. Oh my God.
So, ladies and gentlemen, surprisingly, this podcast has nothing to do with comedy, and this podcast is not about laughter. Quite the opposite. We actually decided to do a podcast about horror. See, we are all horror fans, and one way or another, most of us are horror fans in one way or another. And that's just what we want to talk about. Let's just jump right in. Like, what was some of y'all favorite scary movies growing up?
Honestly, I'm gonna go with Insidious. That was the one for me. It was really like I didn't watch them either. It was really mainly because the trailers they used to just I don't know something about it. You know, like you go to the theaters and something. You know, they got the big speakers. You know, so there's just something about the suspense of
it was
watching
just
it.
The trailer.
You know, sometimes
that's too scary for me.
I could watch like the basic stuff, Scream and stuff like that. Anything with the spirits and stuff. Yeah, it took me a long time to actually get. Now I love scary movies, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, Insidious was one of them ones. I think it was like one scene. They was doing some weird stuff with some rabbits, and it was I'm serious. Like it was like it seemed random. Like I don't even remember all of it, but
Rabbits
it just freaked me out. So I couldn't do it.
She said I'm good Easter on that one.
Pretty creepy. One of the creepiest holidays.
What?
Easter time.
Easter?
Yeah,
so.
It's creepy.
You know what is kind of weird? That this male rabbit lay eggs.
Who said the Easter Bunny was a male?
He's a male?
That's pretty demonic.
Exactly. I don't think nobody...
Word, I just never.
Why are we putting genders on child?
It's a denominator.
You say what, bro?
Why are we putting genders on child characters?
On child characters, the Easter Bunny?
You
Yes.
like, bro? First of
That's
all,
for the whole family.
all of the child characters have genders except for the ones created after a certain period of time. Okay, SpongeBob was a boy.
Wow, actually,
Sandy was a girl.
Yeah, Mr. Krabs
Jimmy
was a
Neutron
man.
was a boy.
Actually, SpongeBob doesn't necessarily have gender sense. All sponges are kind of asexual.
See, you did it.
Yeah, but he got the name Bob, so...
Oh my God.
He said the scientific answer for all this.
Actually...
All right,
that's
fine.
real, though. That's actually
well,
real.
as asexual as he was,
Santa Claus.
he dressed like a boy, talked like a boy, was voiced by a boy, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
boy. Still exists.
The Easter Bunny and SpongeBob are both males. I Googled it.
Brandon always
Thank you for
Googling
that
something.
information, my brother.
But, you know, SpongeBob had a scary episode too, so it's relevant.
That is true.
With the hat slinging slasher.
You feel me?
Man, what?
Actually, what was that episode where they end up like further down the Bikini Bottom?
Oh, you mean where
The treacherous.
with the bus?
The trenches.
The bus stop.
Yeah, there's.
Why was that scary though? For real though, like
It was like them going to the Peabodys in St. Louis or something. Bro.
They said that's the hood.
Actually, on me, that's a horror movie right there.
The hood.
That's a horror movie right there. Ken Lock is a horror movie. Where else is scary?
Bro, like Leprechaun, Back to the Hood.
Home Alone's a scary movie.
Home Alone is a scary movie.
This was a trial.
You know where the kid gets home left behind and robbers coming in. You know, it's like he's got to self-trust and stuff. You know,
stop the robbers and stuff.
I feel like he handled that though. I don't feel like he was scared not
he
one
wasn't
time.
scared at all. He actually said, "I'm not scared anymore." Remember that?
Boy,
He wasn't scared. Y'all remember
he
that?
gave them the
Man,
work,
what?
boy. I'm talking about a
He
whole
wasn't scared.
iron dropped on somebody's forehead.
Yeah, that was
That's scary.
He gave that man 30.
And that lady,
burns.
the bird lady.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
she-
that was
bird
pretty,
lady,
man.
yeah,
That was
she
nice.
was
I
weird.
like
If
that.
it were told in a horror movie
Come
style, then
I've not seen him.
Yeah,
Do
but see,
y'all
Home
do y'all
Alone.
have a favorite like child horror movie? A horror movie that involves kids?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, that's a
Monster
classic.
I mean,
Monster House.
Monster
that was
House
good.
actually is a scary movie.
That was good.
I
No,
used to
that-
watch
The
that.
game.
Mr.
Oh, I remember
Nevercracker,
being
oh
scared
my
playing the
God.
game.
He was a scary man. That Mr.
Nevercracker.
Nevercracker. Oh, get off my that was like that actually put fear in my heart. In my
Yeah.
chest.
Straight
I
as a
couldn't-
child, I
like,
was scared, and every single time I watched it, I would straight be. oh
Yo,
my
so how
God.
did the lady become the house?
Well, she spiritually, she just trips falls and then gets cemented all over herself, and then
Yeah, she became.
yeah,
Yeah,
she
it was
became
something like
the
that.
foundation.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, what was the like? Ain't nobody do no ritual or nothing. Like, I didn't understand. Like, why did she become the house?
she becomes a hate. I mean, she becomes a hatred spiritually all over the house, and possess the house and stuff. Like paranormal type stuff. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense though. But yeah, that was one of them.
Or like her spirit, gets trapped in the whole house and stuff. And, it's something that she hates, she hates kids, and that's her motivation. So people won't come in her property. And that's why her husband acts like the villain and try to prevent people from coming over their house so he can save the kids.
Is that a scary movie? I feel like y'all could survive.
Why no?
Oh yeah, just don't go to the house. That's simple.
I mean, just I would never as soon as you said don't go,
Alright,
why
so
I would've
alright,
let that
cool.
bite.
But let's say
heard me.
you already in the yard. Like, I don't know. Let's say you had a fight on the sidewalk, somebody knocked you out, you landed in the grass, and now you wake up and you in the yard. Now what?
I'm gonna get out the yard as soon as I wake up.
Well, what I remember is
Unless there's people around, then I just get out the lawn real quick.
that, and he's an old man. He had a heart attack, remember? So he can't even, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if he step anything close, man, he beep, bop, boop, you hear me? Man, that's it. Like, that's it.
He said, I will knock that old man out.
And then after that, go about my day. But yeah, the house, he's still but I'm just, I'm beep, bop, boom.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You already know what time it is. Time for another StitchCast Studio Arts Interlude. That's right, we about to pick the city up. This week, we have a Story Stitchers original piece entitled St. Louis, St. Louis.
St. Louis, St. Louis, you speak to me, giving me a vision, awakening a dream of you to be. I see you now. I see you to be world class. At last, a vast paradise of possibility, artistic and creative versatility, the center of cooperative capabilities, intimately imbued with the 314 energy, the energies of many like Maya Angelou, Nelly, Annie Malone, Bishop L. Scott, Story Stitchers, Central VPA, Word Up STL, Washu, and others. I finally see you now. I see you so clearly now. Now that the noise of poverty is few. Now with the funding of our public schools. Now with the youth's voices heard through and through the hues of black and white news. I knew I heard you speak. Opening the doors to those that knock, and knock till the knuckles bleed. I heard you decree unity in diversity, yes. Unity in diversity. Unity in diversity. I heard you. I heard you. St. Louis, you speak to me. And I'm listening to the integrity in your actions, the passion in your collective inclusion, relieved in your conclusions in resource distribution, refusing to be closed-minded and deciding that all should receive a portion, pouring into every cup, more into every cup, pouring in more of every cup, filled to the brim with possibilities, probable possibilities. Yes, St. Louis, we have possibilities. The possibility of a confluence no longer divided. My youth, ever loved and guided, the killing subsided. Neighborhoods provided with opportunities to confide in each other with open arms, instead of with hate pointing open arms. St. Louis, you speak to me. No, you speak to us, and we are listening with integrity, because St. Louis, we have possibilities.
What was the first scary movie that gave y'all nightmares?
Like Paranormal Activity. Just because the way they like filmed it, I was like, oh, that could just be like that just happened, right?
Tales from the Hood for me.
Tales from the Hood for you?
Yeah.
Felt why?
Because the ending scene where the funeral guy just transformed into the devil and then started laughing menacingly.
You ain't talking about Tales from the Crypt, is you?
No, Tales from the Hood.
Felt.
Well, with the anthology.
Right, Tales from the Hood. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about what's it called? So yeah. Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. You feel like you could have survived those?
No, I mean, basically the people that go to the funeral home is already dead, and the devil's just basically luring them out.
Bro, and he was speeding. He was like, "This ain't no funeral home." Like, boy, that was wild as a mug. I ain't gonna lie. When I was little, it was it.
The older version?
The clown, bro, when he had the peanut head. Bro, I saw the the clown with the peanut head. The clown.
Oh, you mean Pennywise?
Yeah, Pennywise. Yeah, bro, like seeing him turn into the thing when he trapped that boy in the shower, that gave me nightmares right there.
Yeah.
I
think I watched
in the sewers though.
Yeah, Tim Curry did a good job.
Yeah, he did.
I was just gonna say that SK. I always had a fear like that happening to me or something. Like I get a demon in me or something.
That was crazy.
The preacher standing over me.
And like the house here in St. Louis.
Yeah, that was a freaky movie. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. So the throw up part was nasty. But honestly, I ain't even watched that movie until I was already grown. So it was already like kind of too late.
Yeah, no, I feel.
No, not with it. With Exorcist. Like I was already. You know what I'm saying? I had seen documentaries on it. You know what I'm saying? I knew the girl didn't even like playing it. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that film was cursed.
You said what?
I did too.
You said what?
The film was cursed.
Look at his face.
That's not because that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the scary movie, man. That's stuff to be scared of, man. That and Jason.
Friday the 13th.
Bro, I feel like I can
That's
survive
something to be
it.
scared of. That's
Somebody give me
definitely
hip on the
something to be
plot. I'm aware of these things that y'all are talking about, but not too aware. So what's the plot of Friday the 13th?
So the one I watched, the Friday 13th from 2009, they had,
oh, you mean the remake?
Yeah, the one I watched.
Correction.
So that one, they're at this camp called Camp Crystal Lake. Long story short, Jason, that's his hood or whatever. His mom was there. Was there. I forgot she died or something, long story short, but I think she cursed him, something like that. I know he knows. Long story short, some group of teenagers come down for a camping trip. Wallahi.
That's their first problem. Why they in the woods?
What's wrong with the woods?
They was camping and whatnot.
Being sinful.
He said being sinful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
They was out there.
So in a nutshell, the story of Friday the 13th is it's this kid named Jason, and he goes to camp, but he's like horribly disfigured. He looked like an alien.
Oh.
And so people bully him, and he can't swim. They bully him so bad that he running down this bridge to get away from them and end up jumping into the water. But he can't swim. And so they laughing, looking at him, and he's drowning. The mama find him, and she's upset because she like, where the camp counselors at? The camp counselors was off somewhere doing adult stuff and not watching the kids. So she kills all the camp counselors. And basically every year on Friday the 13th, she would come back and kill whoever was there until somebody ended up killing her. And then Jason came. Dang.
I mean,
now haunting everybody else, that's wrong.
That's over.
Said they didn't do anything.
They didn't do nothing, but yeah.
But yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. I think I could survive it because I don't camp at all. So
I don't even like
but
nature,
if
bro.
Jason was just dropped in St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like I can survive. I ain't gonna lie.
Jason in
Man,
St.
what?
Louis.
That
How
man-
would that go?
That man was walking around. He got
Manhattan.
hung and he survived.
Yeah, for sure.
But he got hung differently. He got hung.
I'm
with
not
like
finna try to kill him.
like metal wires, like metal, like chain. It was something different.
All type of stuff.
Yeah, like man.
He didn't survive everything. But like I
Him
feel
and
like
Michael
people
Myers
go.
just survived.
Honestly, he
Everything.
has been
exactly.
revived numerous times in different franchises.
Aren't they human? Like Jason and Michael Myers?
You think.
Yeah,
Like
they're both.
initially they start off that way,
Yeah.
but they always end up surviving more than what's humanly
He made
possible.
a treaty with the
Well,
devil.
Michael
I'm sure,
Myers
probably somewhere in
is
that lore or
banned
something.
from both heaven and hell.
Oh yeah.
I remember Jeepers Creepers. That
Yeah, that
I've
one.
seen Jeepers. I don't think I could survive any horror. It's too much work.
That made
You can
that-
survive
I can't do
She
it.
said, "Man, just kill
Just
me."
kill. I don't got time. I don't run. I don't do none of that. So you're gonna have to take me first.
What about the
Word.
Terrifier?
The who?
I don't know any
watch
of these.
that.
I'm not hip to
I'm
him.
not
Like,
that. That sounds
That movie's crazy. That's very gruesome.
Okay,
Honestly,
but,
they just-
put me on.
All right, so
Uh-huh.
Terrifier, Art the Clown, basically just pops up whenever the main characters are, and if you come across him, he most likely would torture you.
Hey, what about The Conjuring though, bro?
The Conjuring.
Yo,
Oh, isn't that the
okay.
one-
So
that's couple,
those
right?
are some more that's semi based on real people.
That's the couple.
That,
They
that
go-
and Annabelle is crazy. Bro.
Ed and
Didn't somebody
Lauren,
just die?
or Ed and somebody Lorraine.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Lorraine. That's
Weren't you gonna Google it?
Yeah, I can't.
trusty.
Ed Warren and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah. That's what it was. That's
Somebody
what it was.
just died in real life though. Like wherever
It
the
might have been
Annabelle
the. It might have been
doll
the
is.
wife. It might have been the wife because the husband been dead for a minute. I think.
I think it was whoever like took care of like the museum or whatever, like wherever the.
They
doll
son.
was. I don't know. I just saw it in the news.
Oh, they got a new one's coming out.
A new Annabelle.
A new Conjuring.
Word. This got to be like.
Fifth one.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
like,
saying
it's coming out
'cause it's
September
supposed to be
5th.
based off on like the last case that they did, like
Yeah.
why they
It's-
stopped.
Yep, last.
What about the Ouija board? The
Oh, I
Ouija
don't play them
movie.
kind of games.
Wow,
whatsoever.
wow, the Ouija movie.
Like I
Like
think
the
I
board.
heard of it, but
Yeah, I ain't
It's
never
like
seen it.
based on the Conjuring franchise, I think.
Well, the Ouija board wasn't that released like by a toy? Like, does that predate like when it was released by a toy maker?
You saw does the movie?
Well, there
board.
were two versions.
Because there's like a real Ouija, like you can buy a Ouija board.
Ouija board. Oh yeah, sure. Probably at a pawn shop somewhere.
would
You
you
can get that at-
play
on
Ouija
Amazon.
boards? Anyone?
I felt like as a kid I wanted to play with a Ouija board just to see if it was like real, but like I was still scared though. But I just wanted to see if like,
with that.
but I never did though. I definitely never
had
did.
some
Now,
roommates.
nah, I probably wouldn't even.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't. I'm cool.
I had some
I've
roommates.
I've
don't
never
wanna do
seen
that.
somebody do that and it go right.
Yeah,
Not one
Seriously?
time. Yeah.
In real life?
Period. Like, no, I ain't never seen nobody do it. In real. I'm not sitting in the room while you
With a
do
Ouija
that
board?
bull stuff.
No.
Like, boy, I'll flip that board over. Like,
Man, if
nah,
I see
get
any
up out my
man,
face, boy.
let something push my hand and I can't control it. Oh man,
Man.
Now,
that's a
question: there's a lot of different categories for horror movies, though.
Yeah,
You got,
there's,
like
like,
your
the slasher.
slashers. Like,
Yeah.
what category is your favorite?
Slasher.
I rock with that.
see, I'm not
on
tapped
Google.
in. What slasher? That would be Jason.
Yeah, the
then
ones
it
with the
says-
they,
the ones that,
yeah,
like-
they kill like
Okay,
that.
okay.
I like-
Yeah. Would Chucky be? I mean, that's kind of basic. I don't want
It's more kind of both supernatural and slasher.
I like supernatural. I think that's where it's at.
Well,
Like,
more paranormal as well.
yeah, like I said, I didn't like Insidious before, but like now, like as I got older, yeah, I think I'm more like a supernatural horror movie.
Have you seen the movie now or just the?
Oh
trailers?
yeah. Crazy experience, man. But yeah, I definitely seen some movies. Yeah, I wouldn't watch those again anytime soon. But I watch some other scary movies though.
What about Texas Chainsaw Massacre? We
Yeah.
consider
I think
that a
that
horror
might be
movie?
based off
that
of
was
real
a-
stuff.
that was
Yeah.
based- yeah, that was,
Yeah,
it was
so-
in Texas for real. Like that.
Yeah, it's based on a killer who dug up graves and then used skins as furniture or something. You know, they inspired Psycho and Texas Chainsaw and something else.
Dang, that's wild. Nightmare on Elm Street was based off of a real person too.
Well,
Freddy Krueger was
yeah,
real, but he just wasn't.
It's based on Wes Craven's experience as a kid, while his bullying and seeing a guy with a red and green sweater outside who looked at him funny as a kid. Oh yeah, and also the Asian sleep depression as well from their time during the war, and they couldn't sleep, and if they sleep, they would most likely die.
Yeah,
that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, for sure. That's one thing that I feel like. So I feel like I could beat Freddy Krueger specifically because I seen how he get beat in the movies. Mm-hmm. But like, that got to be the most dangerous thing because everybody got to sleep.
Yeah.
Like you got to sleep at some point. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can avoid people like Jason. I could just
walk somewhere
keep
else.
running away.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't go to Camp Crystal Lake. You know?
Feel me? But with Freddy, like you gonna go to sleep at some point.
Yeah, I feel like everybody
you can most likely
survive
leave
like
Ohio, you know, since Freddy lives there.
I feel like he'll go where you go because it's like in the 8th one. She was like, "This isn't Springwood," and he was like, "Every town has an Elm Street."
Definitely said that.
Does St. Louis have an Elm Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Sadly.
Is it in the city though?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
They most likely have it in a county.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've drove down it.
Story Stitch's creative youth development is made possible by the Lewis Prize for Music's 2021 Accelerator Award. The mission of the Lewis Prize is to partner with leaders who create positive change by investing in young people through music. Additional support for StitchCast Studio and Story Stitch's programming is provided by the Regional Arts Commission, the Office of Violence Prevention in partnership with the St. Louis Board of Alderman through the 2024-2025 programs to reduce crime amongst at-risk youth and the St. Louis Philanthropic Organization. St. Louis Story Stitch's studio, The Center, is supported in part by Kranzberg Arts Foundation, where St. Louis Story Stitchers is a proud resident organization. Thank you for listening.
They say who that, but you already knew that. That beat them Story Stitchers. Story Stitchers, Story Stitchers, Story Stitchers, Story Stitchers.